nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb, I don't get.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's got some space here. 38 yards on the scamper there. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys.
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
I got him.
3rd and long for Cousins. Flush to his right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here we go. Set. 8, read.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey. Hey, wahoo!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one's going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46.
Gun. Motion.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
45, Mike, 45. Crunch down.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Jahan, what I need?
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Watch the slant. Kill.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Quaker Omaha.
Here I come again.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And able to work his way down to the 16. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Hey, Delta.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
It's second down. Here we go. 18 Gator, Greystone travel.
Check 52.
They go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Complete to Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First down, Atlanta. Ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Blue draw Corkers.
10.
You go.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got him.
Daniil Hunter on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready. 18 Gator.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
10 Lobo.
Rip left.
Hey, lock it. Hey.
Buzz. Be ready.
No. Check that. We're going to Mike.
Hit it.
2nd and 5.
Get
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case,
On the ready.
in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
Two.
You're all mine. He's checking. Crack.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Wide.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Hey, watch the ball. Hey, exit.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Check 13. Hey, Sam off.
Check.
Now it's Henry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Come on. For real.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. That's how you hit. That's how you hit. That's right.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Here it comes, here it comes. Where's 52?
Hey, Charlie.
52's the mic. Got the back.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Caught by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Haywood.
2 is the mic. Mike part 2, Mike part 2. Let's go, D. 52. 52.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Mike, all day, dog.
Get it.
On third down, Henry. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down.
Check 99.
Check go.
They'll run for it with Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Get in the weight room. Watch the edge.
Look at me. Zipper.
Mike 55.
Go.
Hey, eat. I'm scared. Mike 55. Mike 55. Get that quarterback. And all.
Let's go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Jones has it. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 11-yard line.
Got it.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give them a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Go. 70. Indy. Rock it.
On second down, it's Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, here we go. Watch the
22 jet bomber.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shift. Hey, check 24.
Ready.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Check.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught. Jones. And he goes out right around the 39. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
First down, Falcons.
Ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch protein spill. Big rip.
Derrick Henry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
61, matchbox lights. Shoot.
Again, it's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Bullet high. Snap.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Get him, boy.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Okay,
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got one. He's coming.
Greystone travel.
Now Ito Smith. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Ready? 30 base.
54. Go. Check safety.
Blue draw quarters. Get it.
They run with Hill. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Mexico score, Falcons 14, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Black.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins.
Watch the run.
Steps away to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check Mike 45.
You don't want this.
Hey, Alpha.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Hey, no, easy.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
45. 45. Mike, 45.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check. Any weapon. Ready.
This is Hill. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Run west. Rush in. Fire.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 34 yards there and a 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the carry, it's Hill. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Brian Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battles.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Not today. Jam him. Jam him.
Listen to me.
Check 50. Check 50.
Throwing, Cousins.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, zoom.
Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Shahan, ready?
Check 45 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes, but now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. To the air again, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. The Vikings on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A give to Cook out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, yo.
Mike's 59. Mike's 50.
Gun.
Bring it. Mike, check. 59.
To throw is Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Vikings 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Any day. 36, 31.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. Derrick Henry all alone. 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 15. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this.